She didn't answer anything. Let's see if they're still there.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain at 6, but it just says 30%.
At
And
6.
40% at 7.
I'll do it quickly. We
Yes.
don't have much, so we can do that.
No, the only action is the minutes.
Okay. Okay, we ready? Okay, so, I'm gonna go ahead and call the meeting to order. Item number 2, let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, if we can have the roll call, Angie, please.
Sandra Cabezas Ayala,
Present.
Meli Paz,
Present.
Roberto Ortiz, absent. Maribel Valdez Rodriguez, absent. Angelica Salinas,
Present.
Rosa Maria C. de Llano,
Present.
Jose Obando, absent. Esmeralda Rodriguez,
Present.
Rafael Romo, absent. We have a quorum.
Okay, thank God. Okay, I'm sorry, previously, as you all know, that this is our meeting of the Public Library Advisory Committee, and it's being held today, April the 24th, 2019, at the Joey Guerra Library, and at 5, so actually 5, let's see.
35.
5:36 p.m. And let's go ahead and proceed. At this time, do we have any citizens' comments?
No, not at
No,
this time.
not at all. Okay, then we'll move on to item number 5, the minutes. I believe we have minutes of the March 27, 2019 meeting. Will you all take a few minutes to review them and see if we have any questions or corrections or additions? So welcome back. Hi. I see that you got reappointed. That's wonderful.
Yes.
And then Ms. Rodriguez is, Dr. Martinez's appointee.
Yes.
Wonderful. See, I was in, I guess I had eye surgery last time. They moved the camera and then they raised it all that.
Cristina Mendoza. Cristina Mendoza.
From Laredo. So she helps promote.
Yes, she always comes to our events and live stream them.
But does she work for you?
No.
She's just.
She does a lot, any Laredo event, she'll go and promote it.
What is her, I was gonna ask her information before.
Yeah, I'll ask you.
I think I have invited her a couple of times, I imagine.
Her page, you can look it up on Facebook.
Okay.
Living Laredo.
Living Laredo,
Mhm.
okay. motion to approve the minutes, or are there any corrections or any discussion?
I move to approve the minutes as they are.
Yes, I second that motion.
Okay, all those, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those against? Okay, motion carries, thank you. So the minutes have been approved. Okay, item number 6, communications and announcements.
Just that introduction of Ms. Esmeralda Rodriguez as our newest member of the committee. I don't know if you wanna say.
You wanna tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Esmeralda Rodriguez. I'm married to Gerardo Rodriguez. I've got 2 daughters. One is a sophomore in high school and one is a senior getting ready to graduate. So we're on edge a little bit. But I'm the librarian at Matias de Llano. And I love my school, what can I say?
Sounds okay.
And yes, we love our school, so been there for 13 years. And so if there's anything that, we can do to service our community as well, of course, Dr. Martinez asked me to serve on the committee, and I'm happily available for him.
Wonderful. We're so happy to have you. We look forward to working with you as well as the other members of this committee. Okay, very good. Let's go on to staff reports.
And in your packet, you have our checklist for every single one of our branch libraries. We've been keeping up with some of the issues that are coming up at each of the branches, and at the same time, we're getting more. But I don't know if you noticed, the signage or the wraps for the children's library and for the teen area are already up.
Oh, I didn't.
No,
Yeah,
didn't
I know,
notice.
but I came back from
Notice.
TLA and they had sent me pictures and I just walked in and said, did you see them?
I did not notice.
We're gonna have to look at that.
Yes, yes.
Yes. I'm just
And-
sending my husband a message that we're having the meeting.
New improvement, we have new lighting in the teen area against the serpentine wall. We're also updating our landscaping in these little patios. The children's has already been, we've gotten some grass on it, we've had the trees cut so that the grass gets some, gets the sunlight. We're removing some of the, we had a palm tree from the children's area and we're putting it somewhere else just cause we're gonna try to have some programs there. And this one's also gonna be worked on.
Yes, I noticed, when I came to the meeting of third-party funding a couple of weeks ago, or 2 or 3, and I noticed how nice it looked there in the front. It's a big difference. It looks very nice.
It's brighter, and of course, I don't know if you noticed, we're also offering coffee in the morning.
Where?
Right
Where?
here.
Really? At the
Cause
end?
you ask for it every time. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
Siempre.
every time I come to a meeting, they didn't have anything. Well, the last
third
time.
party.
Yeah, third party. And so I come here, and the last time I brought you a coffee.
You did.
I said,
That's
well, I'm
right.
gonna take my own coffee because they don't have any, so I said, I'm gonna take the coffee.
And they never ask us to provide it or anything, but now we have it here and we've noticed an increase in people just coming to use the Wi-Fi, or if they're gonna work on a group project, vienen, un cafecito
And
en la mañana.
cafecito,
Mhm.
good, it's very inviting.
Mhm.
And I noticed some people having like a little meeting there right
Yes.
now.
Oh, right now, yeah. What
Yeah.
are they doing?
It's open to the
Private,
public.
it's a private little
Mhm.
meeting that they're
Mhm.
having there.
We have somebody that comes and just sits there on
Uh-huh.
their computer working, but I've noticed a lot of meetings, even people with blueprints, going over something, so they're using as a gathering place, so.
But it's very nice. It's good that our library's being used. That's
Yeah,
the purpose.
the other day I couldn't find a place to have a meeting for the board, and I know you've
No,
you've
I'll
had
let
it
you
here.
use this
Yeah,
one,
yeah,
if it's
yeah.
not being used, then
Yeah.
yes, so.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be there, so
Sí,
you're not
sí, sí.
thinking, hey, we're gonna have a meeting, it's a special meeting, but yes, it's very nice, and they
Yeah,
like
this is
it,
very
and they
nice.
like it because
Very
other people get to
professional.
see what's available,
Mhm.
when otherwise,
Right.
you wouldn't get to know that we have this beautiful
And that's why we
conference.
we do passports, cause it's something that we don't normally, we do the income taxes, and I'll have a report for y'all next,
Yeah.
and that
Yes,
brings
and
Do we have
people in.
coffee? No.
No, not today.
Okay.
Let's see, I don't know what else I can point out as far as, should be getting some more shelving for the teen area at the South Branch. The Santa Rita branch had snakes,
Oh, wow.
We've called the
Spring.
pest control to come and get it done. They might not do it tomorrow because of the rain,
Yeah.
but yes, they're gonna go put up.
Mhm.
Bruni, I don't know if you've been there lately, but they've gotten this huge new exhibit case donated by the Lamar Bruni Vergara. But they will be bringing, I guess, Lamar Bruni Vergara's picture and some other.
The Bruni?
Mm-hmm. So yes, it's like, are we gonna get to use it or is it for them? But I think they're gonna be putting some things in there
What
already.
is it you said?
Bruni,
I know, but what
A
did
case.
an exhibit case.
Exhibit.
I mean, it's huge.
What is the exhibit?
They're gonna be putting, I think, a picture of Lamar Bruni Vergara and just maybe some other memorabilia on there. But
And that's at the entrance in the library?
as soon as you walk into the foyer, it's right there.
And they donated?
They donated
Or
it.
they bought it?
It's good that it's from
Yeah.
the Bruni,
Okay.
yeah, she's a Bruni and,
Mhm.
yeah, she should be highlighted.
Yes. And any other questions you might have? Like I said, as we're resolving some issues, always with building, something else comes up.
Oh, all the time. We're coming to an event that y'all are having,
Dia de los Niños, Dia de
yes.
los Libros, yes.
When is that, next week?
On Tuesday from 5 to 6:30, I
Yes,
think.
well, we're having,
I know, she told me she invited a couple of community.
yes, I know we're coming, I think we're gonna do face painting, or I don't know, something, yeah.
So Tuesday, what time? Oh, well, you'll tell us in a minute. huh?
It's in your
5 to 6.
packet, some of the events that we're having.
Where is the broken glass in the teen area?
One of the long skinny windows, it's in there.
Facing the front?
Mhm.
It's broken.
Well, it's shattered, you know how,
So they
how
gotta
it just
replace
veins,
it?
it hasn't fallen out, it's not supposed to, cause it's, that kinda
Yes, it
of
doesn't
glass,
break out.
but it still needs to be replaced, so they're supposed to be looking to get it for us.
Several things pending, ¿verdad? And the elevator, it's just pending the inspection?
It's working and everything.
Yes.
Just-
Where's the elevator here?
There's one here, and then there's a staff one in the back.
I didn't know this, well,
Yes.
cause it's that.
It's a side one.
I'm just
Yes,
kidding.
no, that's
I
what,
got
yeah,
that
that's
one.
here, this
Yes.
is the one,
Yeah.
yes. This was very convenient.
Is the
Okay.
Paskin branch the only one with the Baker and Taylor lease?
No, everybody has it. Well, no, I believe everybody has it except maybe the Santa Rita. They have smaller plans, like ours is the largest plan. We have a certain number of points and we can get the best sellers. But everybody has the size, you know, according to the branches.
Anybody has any other questions?
The librarian was explaining to me the lease book.
Just
to
to-
the-
Mhm, uh-huh.
Yes, he was very excited about it. I came-
Robert's been in charge of it for a long
Yes,
time.
yes, yes. I came to look at something and he happened to, and we started talking and he was so excited about that.
And it's the
That's good.
quickest way we can get bestsellers in here.
Yeah, yeah, he was telling me. I commend you for being very good, yes, very good.
Are they still having the thing on Saturday for the poultry?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay.
That's different than this one.
This poetry sounds for the teens, then we're doing the teen.
Anybody else have any other questions on the checklist? Are we past that? Are we past that? All right, next we have the recent and upcoming library programs and service.
And you have some of the flyers here of the upcoming programs. I'd like to just highlight the Dia de los Niños, Dia de los Libros. We're having also our open house to showcase all the changes that we've had in the library. We're hoping the Cybermobile will now be the mobile library, is ready by then. It used to be a Cybermobile, just computers. Go ahead and we're gonna put shelving in there, and it's gonna be back to a bookmobile/Cybermobile, and it's getting a new wrap. So we're working on that to get it done by then. We had a change of vendors because the vendor that was chosen had a hard time first getting the insurance, then he got it, and then he couldn't get it to us by the deadline that we wanted. So we're going with another vendor, hoping that we get permission to go ahead and do that. The poetry, is right there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so
We're
you already
also-
have the award ceremony.
Yes, yeah,
The
they were
contest
due
was-
last
Yes.
month, let's see, Batman Day. We're celebrating 80 years of Batman. And then, of course, the Holocaust Remembrance Day is gonna be on May 2nd. Our guest speaker is gonna be Mr. John Balls, because the theme is the Liberators. And he was one of them.
Hay que invitar a Miss Carmelita, because she always used to
Sí,
come
sí,
to
sí.
that, right?
Mhm.
So when is it gonna be?
It's gonna be on May 2nd from 5 to 7. It's a little earlier than before, because the rabbi couldn't make it,
Sí.
wanted it earlier, so, because he had another commitment.
That's the day that we have the junior achievement.
See, and I have 3 things.
Yeah.
I have to choose any, meaning,
Yes.
because this one is for.
That day, the junior achievement at the country club, and Bill Green is gonna be
Sí, pues I
recognized.
probably will.
What
go
time is
to
it at?
Maryland.
It's at 6:30.
No, well,
Sí, my
yeah, we
Maryland
have it
is
at
like
5.
when he would-
That's probably what he's going to, the rabbi, Ivan.
Yeah, because Marty Franco, is being honored, and Maryland Day, I'm invited.
Yes, yeah, so I'm gonna
Yes.
go to that one, so go to
Yes.
that one.
And I drive her.
Maryland.
Sí, I'm her
Hermosa.
driver.
Cute.
Driving Miss Daisy. So hopefully when I'm that age, someday.
Somebody's gonna drive you.
Yes, I'm hoping.
I Uber.
I Uber.
No, I Uber
sí.
now. Lyft.
I know, but it's
A lot
nice
of the
to have-
ladies who volunteer at the hospital,
De veras,
they have a
Uber.
set schedule, that Uber comes and picks them up and takes them.
Yeah, it's a process. Well, it's safe and you never know.
See? As you get to
So
certain-
but on May the 1st, the day before that, is also that literacy spelling bee, right?
Yes.
The literacy
Yes.
spelling bee at the IBC, and then this other thing is the next day.
I think we'll get different, attendees.
Yes, no, but you know what, I'm gonna call Carmelita to tell her when it is, because she really enjoys coming to these things.
Sí, pues, como-
Yeah.
where is the May 1st, the IBC, I guess.
No,
No,
that's
that's not
I'm just
ours.
saying, it comes out in the newspaper, I'm just saying that that's something else that's also coming up.
Literacy volunteers.
So
spelling bee.
where is the one that we're coming to? This one, the Dia de los Niños celebration Tuesday from 4:30 to 5:30?
No, that's the one for Moss, for
This one's
the
here.
south. It's this one, the
This
open
one.
house.
Oh, okay.
5 to 6:30 p.m.
Oh,
And then Dia de los Niños from 5 to 6:30. On the we're open house. We're just gonna be
Have
here
it
welcoming people,
yeah.
showcasing. We're gonna have door
Thanks for
prizes.
all
and
the
just-
kids for activities.
and just anytime people can come and just look at it.
Sí, amores, thank you, services.
Yeah, okay. Very good. Who's doing the Lego robotics over there, come on?
Probably on that east side, Priscilla. Maybe another staff member also.
It's cute. Okay. And then the monthly statistics?
And that's always in your packet. No, it sounds like yours has been ringing off the
So you heard it when I called?
Yes. And we figured it was it. She ran over there.
So it's good, communication, right? Good to have, listen to it right away. Yeah, I recognize the number because my missed calls. So, but your extension energy directly is 224, ¿verdad?
No.
Change 2502.
2502, and yours is 2501?
But if you forget, I mean, they'll transfer you.
Which was yours, Auntie? 2502? I used to know them.
No, I knew all of them.
Oh,
and then
they
changed
changed
all
all
the
their-
extensions
Oh,
on us. Cause we had our own phone system and then we got
Got a
with
new
the
phone
cities,
system?
and
Oh.
it's like all new.
I wanted to ask you, on the multimedia, only the main library has?
I don't know, I don't think
Because-
we have anything that's not, already, categorized up here. It's either video, audio, or, unless those are video games, but I don't think that's what it is, cause I noticed it was 0. I was gonna ask her to remove that one. We used to have cassette tapes and books and together, we don't have that anymore, so yeah.
Yeah, but no, what I'm asking is because the webpage, the online, the e-collections, it's only for the main.
No,
not
it's
the-
for everybody, but
Oh.
we count it in the main,
Oh,
cause if it's
okay.
an electronic book, all the branches have access
Okay,
to it.
so.
But we count it in the main,
Okay, so all the city of Laredo,
has
It's-
has
okay.
access to it.
okay, that's, yeah, I was wondering why the others didn't have numbers.
No,
So
we
you
just,
do
we
not-
have to count it somewhere, we'll
Okay,
put it in
so
the
you
main.
put it in the main, okay. What is the difference between e-collections and e-magazines?
E-collections, it's, go ahead, it's both
E-collections are books and e-magazines are the subscriptions, like magazines.
online also, electronic.
Yes.
And e-collections are books,
Not a librarian,
actually.
so I don't know.
They're e-books.
Okay. And in-house is?
Whatever gets pulled off the shelf and not reshelved, we count it, cause that's, if they looked at it and decided, or maybe they used it while they were sitting here and just left it there.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's, whatever is used in-house.
In-house, okay. So that's not online or anything, that's
No,
just.
it's actual,
that's physical.
somebody, we ask them not to reshelve them, cause they'll
Yes,
probably
no,
put it in,
yes.
so if they leave it on a table, that means they used it and we'll reshelve it at the end of the day. Or pick it up and reshelve it in the morning.
Interlibrary loan, is that for Laredo or do you do
We
with
do,
other? other
mostly
places?
Texas,
Okay,
so these are the ones that we lend. We also borrow, from other libraries. If we don't have it, we can borrow it from another library, but every year we get, a little bit of money because of the amount that we lend. They send us a check, cause we
Oh.
participate in it. Of course, it goes to the general fund, but.
and
but at
you can
least
borrow
it's,
also.
We can borrow. If, we don't have it in here, I have staff that's dedicated to that. They look it up and see which is the closest library or who will lend it to us.
Oh, okay, and patrons know that?
Oh,
that-
God, yeah,
yes.
but it's heavily used.
Oh, it's heavily
Mhm.
used, but it's not
No,
reported
it's not
here.
in here. I'll ask her to put the borrowing, how much we borrow. These are our
What
lending.
you lend,
Uh-huh, but
what
I
do you
can,
borrow?
I can ask her to include that. It won't be included in our circulation.
No, no,
Because
but-
it's a circulation for that library,
Yes,
but
right.
we can certainly put
But
it in.
it
Oh,
should be-
actually, it's
It should be interlibrary loan
Mhm.
or interlibrary borrow, I mean, next
Borrow.
to it, no?
yes, it's under, let me see, what, other services? Other services, on the second page. Passport, proctored exams, interlibrary loans, borrowed.
No,
Oh,
wait.
no,
The second page.
And then the back of this
Mhm.
one?
No, no, in the first one or the second one?
Let's see.
No, no,
down.
So this third.
73, there's 73, the number 73 at the top. On
And
the
that's
left side, interlibrary
No.
borrow.
The third line.
Interlibrary loans borrowed, okay, so,
73.
okay.
And we offer it at other branches, but usually they come here for,
See,
to request it.
Any other questions on the statistics?
your story hours, story hours, who tells the stories or,
Children's staff,
children's
Children's
staff?
staff,
Oh, so it is in-house?
in-house, yes. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have one at 10 and one at 11.
Oh, so it's every Tuesday and Thursday. Oh, okay. But it's for little,
Yeah,
the ones
the
that
little
are
ones.
little
The ones that
type.
are in school
Like
usually.
toddlers.
Yes,
Toddlers.
toddlers. Okay. Tuesday and Thursday. And do you offer anything, or will you offer for during the summer? For
Yes,
older
summer
kids?
reading program. And I don't know the age groups, but we have 3 different age groups.
In the summer?
Uh-huh.
And shouldn't also, well, would they come, the older kids, like Saturdays, or, I don't know. I'm just.
During the summer is our
No,
slowest day.
not during the summer, during the school, I mean.
We've tried Saturday programming, and usually they're here to do assignments or something like that. And we used to try after-school programs too, like just Legos or whatever. And for a while there, the kids are coming to do their homework, and but they work very well in the South Branch if we have after-school programs. It's just a different demographic, I guess. But we started again doing some things in after school, and they started coming in. It comes in waves.
Because I like story hours, you know, and I think maybe you should be offered for older kids. I'm just picking your
Our
brain.
biggest, I guess, audience is the little ones that come in with, and they come with their parents, so they have to stay there.
Okay, just have them ready for her, both. Okay, thank you, bye-bye. I'm sorry. Today is payroll and.
Oof. You
and
better
Mrs.
approve
Diaz
it.
saying, do you want me to go sign the checks? I'm like, yes, give her the checks. Sorry. Okay, any other questions? Those were also good, you know, because it's like, we wanna make sure that we know exactly
Right,
what
what's
the
going on.
reports are.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just story time. I think it's important. I don't know, at this day of TV, you would know more than I do because you're the librarian. Well,
It's
the
very
kids-
hard to reach out with the teenagers and
No,
the high
no,
school
not
kids.
teenagers, no. But,
The little ones.
3rd and 4th grade,
Oh, yeah.
Elementary, elementary.
Elementary, yeah.
like,
still
do they like story
Yes,
telling
they do.
at
Up to 5th grade,
Matias
they
de
do.
Llano? You know,
Yes.
because we're not offering, and I'm just wondering, because storytelling, then they get to read the books. We're trying.
Well, we read the books to them, that's at least for the toddlers.
For the toddlers, but for the the third graders, you could read them.
And then they read.
And then they read. I'm just looking for encouragement
Mhm.
for reading, which I don't know librarians have, kids they still reading a lot, or?
No, they're doing this.
Or, well, they're, that's
Well,
why
I
I'm
tell you,
asking.
the AR
Oh,
books,
yeah.
they
What
come,
is
that's
AR?
The
accelerated reader.
It's
Yes.
like
Competition,
competition.
they get
challenge.
points,
They
they
read a
have-
certain amount
that
of
is
books
why
and they get points.
our circulation, and also for the online ones, Tumble Books
Yeah,
and
that has been
Zep
very
Books.
successful throughout
Mhm.
the years.
Really?
So you ask me, yes, they're reading. Are they reading for pleasure? Maybe.
Maybe not. I know that at the Imaginarium on every Sunday, we have what we call Puppet Palooza. So
Mhm.
they do a little puppet show and they read in the story and then, we do a little activity, but something like that do they then pick up a book and read it? No, well, not there, but
But
we do try to
our
encourage.
circulation is still up because of AR. And I know some people don't like it.
Oh, yes, I get
But
that.
we
I
try
get
to
that
purchase-
a lot.
See,
They
why
are.
The
don't they
librarians
like-
get rid of it,
Why don't
the
they like it?
accelerator reading.
They don't want it anymore?
Who
At our
doesn't
district,
want it?
at our district, it's because they're held accountable all the way from the administrator down to the librarian. And I present to the board, and
That's how it's
I
done.
rank the schools, so they don't like that. And we
Especially
don't-
if you
and,
rank.
and yes, and they have to meet a certain goal with a certain percent passing rate, and,
When you say they don't like that, principals? Really?
Why?
well, because according to everybody, it takes up a lot of time, and of course, what is priority?
But time,
Start.
that's valuable time.
Okay, but the.
They're getting the the mentality where if they don't read, they're not going to increase in vocabulary.
Right.
They're not gonna learn.
Of course,
you know,
it's all in the.
It's all in the reading. If you have a good reader, you have a good writer, you have a
Yes,
good communicator,
yes,
you have everything,
Yes,
right?
so.
But they were thinking it was a wasted, too much work, too much time.
Well, from the librarian perspective, I can tell you that it's a lot of work.
Yes,
Because
it
they
is
have
to
lot.
do the
They have to do a
testing right there at the
lot of,
library.
Yeah.
And they're saying that they're not librarians anymore, that it's all about AR, and this is venting with
It's
me,
all about-
and I'm
okay.
like, well, times change.
Yes.
I tell them times
But
change
don't
and we
they
have
have-
to keep up with,
That's
you know.
But that program has been around.
But, and we used to
for
have
many
it,
years.
oh yeah,
longer
we
than
used to
that.
have it at LASD elementary all the way to high school. And we got rid of it at the high school because it's about $4 a student. And we were paying a lot, thousands of dollars, and it wasn't being utilized by
Not in
all.
high school, yeah.
So we got rid of it at the high school, but now we still have it at elementary and middle school. And at the middle school, well, we're pushing it, and I mean, we've come a long way at the middle school, because now the principals are being held accountable, and they don't like to be at the bottom.
And compare.
So now they're pushing, the teachers are pushing the librarians and so forth. But I wanna tell you that when we had it at the high school, even though not all of them were participating, the circulation was
Higher.
was better than what we have now. So, we get rid of AR, I guarantee you that the circulation is gonna go down, even at the elementary.
And probably the public library.
Yes.
Then you didn't know, because.
And that's why I
No.
say no. I mean, what, do you want kids reading regardless of how they're doing it or
Yes.
if they're being read to, if they're not being, or do you rather them not read?
No, we want them to read.
Right, so if it
That's-
takes that program to get them to read, whether
Yes.
whoever doesn't like it,
Right,
you want the kids to read.
yeah.
And some kids love it, like we have this program where the superintendent's advisory students go and read to the first and second graders. They go, all the 4 high schools, they go, there's 25 kids from each high school, and they go and read, we pick different schools. And I pick the books, and it's always an AR book, so when the kids go and read to them, the high school kids, and they tell them, oh, students, and this is an AR book, so after we read it, you can take the quiz, and they're like, yay, they jump of joy.
Yes.
Cause
The
they're getting
kids.
one even though they don't
They're
want
like, they want it to be AR. But the kids like it at the elementary, but the adults don't.
But we've also had where,
But I
But
think
hello,
bottom line.
adults, that's your job.
Yes, yes.
And the teachers say that, they have all this stress with having to teach and the star and all that, and then having to also check that the
Push
kids
the
meet
AR.
push the AR and that they meet their goal and work with them because some don't know how to read yet, so they have to sit with them, and it's a lot of work.
Yes.
It is.
It's a lot of work and there has to be a lot of monitoring, and
A
if the
lot of
program is run correctly,
It's
it
good.
does increase reading comprehension, if it's run correctly, but if it's a rat race of
Take
points
test,
and,
yeah.
then it becomes crazy.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
But
we
if it's
want-
run correctly and there's monitoring,
Yes.
there
Yes,
should be
because
growth.
it's a system that's already put in place. I mean, you're not just buying the ability to test on those books. You're buying the program as a whole, and it's set up very well. But if you're not following that system and you're just, like she's saying, you're just doing it, at liberty, then.
because you have to.
Right,
Yeah.
then really you're not gonna show the growth, and the reports and everything that is available, cause it has a lot of information available. But all of those things, to a certain degree, become null and void, and you're paying, part of what you're paying per
Funding.
student is so that teachers can run those reports and say, okay, let me see where, Johnny is and where, Pam is and, and that sort of thing. And when you're running those reports and they're false numbers, then that's not doing you a lot of good.
Right.
So,
And it is, the problem is the monitoring, because if you don't monitor, like any program, like anything,
Consistency.
people are going, I hate to say it, they're gonna cheat.
So
See,
it's
And-
also a lot.
What,
And-
how are the tests, how is?
Questions, very
Well,
simple.
no, but
They're
a computer-
comprehension questions,
but
it's
are
a
they
computerized
computer?
program, yes, so
So-
the kids go, they
so
read the book, they
computer.
go to a computer, they each have their username and password, they go, they read the questions and they answer.
Is it
Depending on
math,
how
they get
many they
points.
get correct, they accumulate points. So that's where the
Forever.
competition is.
Okay.
So we give them
And principals do
prizes
crazy
and
things to
then.
get the kids to read. I remember.
We'll get on top of the roof and.
And I kissed a pig
Oh,
years ago.
Chased a pig.
I kissed a I kissed, yeah.
I heard you say I chased
No,
a
because
pig.
the thing was Charlotte's Web. And so Wilbur and I dressed like Charlotte and they took me a pig and I know it was great. It was amazing.
You get very
Years
creative.
ago when I was a principal at United Thirtieth Chart. Annuals.
I
So
do.
it's-
But I recommend it
That's when it
because
first started,
I
so
mean,
we were all into it.
the kids read.
Yeah, so that's
That's
bottom line.
Kids read. Bottom
That's
line
bottom
is
line.
kids
We
read.
want,
Yeah, do you have
Yes.
cheating? Yes, you do.
well,
You
But-
do. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you do, but you weigh. Okay, so do you want kids reading? What do you have more?
see,
A lot of cheating, or do you have a lot of kids reading? Do you have both? Do they read? And that, to me, the goal is for
And
kids
if
to
you
read.
get if a
How do
handful read, that's a success
handful
right
is
there.
better than nothing.
Exactly.
how do they cheat? I don't, I'm not.
Get the answers from.
Like somebody that already read the story and took the
okay.
test like decent, like you
Oh,
guys
they
know.
did very creative. We've caught like
Oh my
the
goodness.
sibling has the
else's-
username of the password, and the sibling will take the quiz for the younger
Oh.
one.
Oh.
Even-
Just to get the
Or
points.
the middle school will take the one for the elementary, and it's a lot of
Yeah,
monitoring.
because they pass it.
It's a lot of money.
Or they pass the answers, or whatever
Somebody
the
already
latest
took
is
it.
that they
Let's
go
see,
online
just
and
test
get
it,
the
and I'm gonna
answers
take
from
it next.
online.
I
wouldn't doubt it,
ACD.
Do the internet.
Mi amiga dice,
Google
mi amiga no.
That they have answers. I didn't know that. The librarians told me that. No, it's,
Sí.
Yeah.
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 So it's a lot of money, it's a lot of work on the librarians, there's, yes, pa' que
Oh,
veas.
there's something that you can Google the AR.
If you can
answers.
do
You
that,
can
for other
Google
things,
the AR
That's
answers.
what they tell me. I don't know, I haven't tried it,
Uh-huh.
but they get
If
creative,
it's there, the
because
kids will
nowadays
find
the
it.
kids are
Yes.
so
So
internet
smart,
savvy.
Technology.
They are like,
That's why
I went to the Dollar Tree earlier, and there was a gentleman there, and he was gonna pay, and he says, "Do you take mobile pay?" And I'm like, "Mobile pay?"
Oh,
He opened up his phone. I don't know what he did. Got into his account, scanned it. From the phone, he paid.
Yeah.
I know that you do now. There's apps where you transfer money, and I know that. But I didn't know that they were doing it in department stores
I didn't
now.
realize where they were doing that, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that's just beyond me, I can't, I
Oh,
don't
no,
trust,
no.
I don't trust.
You're like,
it.
yeah,
I
use
don't
my
even want
debit
to
card.
put my bank account to
And
it.
even
No,
that,
yeah,
if you
you
put it
can
in
pay. You can pay from your phone, from your.
Are you still
credit
writing checks?
card.
No, no, but I mean,
My mom is.
the debit card, you know, the debit card is a lot,
Yes.
nothing's saving.
No, nothing is.
Yeah.
But they're
Anyway,
just very
okay,
tech-savvy.
well, that's good, if we're doing that, let's continue to encourage, and I see your point, I hear your point of view and all that, and so that's what the library's
yes,
for,
and
and we
we
wanna
try
just continue to
to
encourage.
buy as much AR. I know that we have other books and we've had occasions where the mother says, it's not an AR book, you can't take that one.
And that's
Okay.
good,
But
if the
eventually,
parents are
They
encouraging,
let
that's
them
very
for,
good.
just
Pleasure,
for,
and
to
you have to
pleasure,
push
you
that.
know.
You have to
Yeah.
push. They should be allowed to read for pleasure, and
Yeah.
then at the same
Of
time,
course.
meet the goals or the expectations of the school
Of the
district.
school.
But yes, I don't agree with a parent or anybody saying, "Oh, you can't read it because it's AR."
No, get
no,
this one.
you allow them to read whatever they want.
And my staff encourages, let him get.
Yeah, it's still gonna be reading, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for your comments. Library advisory member absences, do we need to still approve that or
No,
no?
it's just for information.
So who was absent today then? We had several people, right?
Yes, Roberto Ortiz, Maribel Valdez Rodriguez, Jose Obando, Rafael Romo.
So we're missing four.
We're missing four.
Okay. All right, items for next meeting. Does anybody have any items that we need to ask Maria to put? I know we had asked the last time, but well, I didn't come the last time, so anyway. I don't know what
we
it
can ask for,
or some.
the number of people that come to the programs.
Oh,
For the special
yes,
programs.
yes,
And we did
yes.
have it in the packet, we can send it to you.
And
I had suggested maybe, cause it is labor intensive
Sí,
keeping
I
track
know.
of it,
Uh-huh.
so having it quarterly,
Okay.
Or-
presented, but 3
Yeah.
months worth every.
Yeah, or having it just for we can set for, it's in the minutes.
Yes,
For
just the programs and
program
attendance.
itself, not
Yes, we
everything
wanted
else.
to
Not
know how
every-
many
every
people
day.
Yes, yes.
It's just that's the way they were keeping
Yeah,
track of
yeah.
it, yeah.
It's just to have a better.
So we don't need to add anything else to next meeting's agenda?
But if anything comes up, call me or Angie so that we can have it there.
Okay.
And the next meeting, we have it for May,
But-
the 29th is what.
But we're talking like, when is the graduation? Your daughter is
I
graduating
have-
from,
Here, the calendar, it's on the 31st is Alexander, and then June
It goes
1st,
into June.
yeah.
Yeah, so in other words, it's that week, the graduations are the 31st, the 1st and the or the first.
No,
of-
just the first and the
first.
second.
The first
I mean,
and-
just the first.
Right,
Okay.
and our meeting should be on
and
the
LISD?
29th.
How about LISD?
The graduations are the no, Alexander's the 31st, so
LISD.
I'm thinking is
Oh, that morning probably, all
the
that day.
morning, yes,
Yes.
because the teacher's last day is the 30th.
Mhm.
May 30th.
So
So
the
our meeting
31st.
here is May
Because at
29th.
UISD, the only graduation they have is at 6 p.m., which is Alexander's. So I'm assuming that all day,
You do it at early
because,
in the morning. You do.
but all of our all three schools in the morning?
Yes, cause they start at 9:30, 1:30, and then, yes,
It's too close for
No, that's-
Alexander, really, to set up?
it's the same setup.
No, each district provides
Or
their
could it be the-
flowers and their
could it be the day
backdrop
before?
and stage,
Yeah.
wow.
Could it be the day before?
Maybe it's the 30th for LASD.
Then it doesn't.
Does it affect
It
us in
doesn't-
any way?
doesn't
A
affect
nosotros
us.
no, I mean, I, not me,
No,
I have a
because it's
graduate
on
on
the
the 31st, that I do, my son's graduating. But if y'all wanna have it on the 29th, like,
See,
That-
but
it's a
that's
busy-
It's a
I mean,
Wednesday.
it's a busy
That's
week.
Wednesday. Yeah,
for
Right.
all of us, pero ni modo, I mean.
yeah, I was suggesting the week before, just because it's the last week,
But aren't you doing finals? I don't know.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
all
know.
with
Oh.
mine.
Oh,
Let's just leave it at the 29th and then we
Yes.
can, then
See,
we'll,
I
we'll
would-
take it from there. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right, anything else? No, right here, a motion to adjourn,
I move that we adjourn at 6:15 or
15, wow, right?
Yeah,
6:17 actually.
6:17.
Do we usually vote on that? or do we- No, okay.
Okay, all those in favor to adjourn? Oh, no, do I have a motion?
Motion.
A
I second.
Second, and all those in favor?
Aye.
And those opposed? Thank you. We're adjourned. A short agenda and not a lot to have to vote on or anything like that.
I'm
All
going
right.
to excuse myself.
Everyone?
Yes. I hope it's not raining.
I
don't
didn't
hear
see-
anything.
No, no, it still
No,
looks
but
pretty, no.
It was nice seeing all of
Nice to
you.
see you.
Likewise.
See you with
Good to see
the
you.
12 in May.
It's so cute.
Oh, thank you.
Look at that.
I'm staying on the turquoise.
Oh, thank you. Good to see you.
Likewise.
Take care.